Blessed Sunday morning to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. So it's the morning after Guyana Harpy Eagles were crowned champions. And I must say, there is still a lot of talk going on across the region. People are still having their say as it relates to that game between Guyana Harpy Eagles and Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, right? But I did my congratulatory video yesterday, sending big shout out to Guyana Harpy Eagles and also to Trinidad and Tobago Red Force for pushing them to the end. Now, when I was doing that video, Barbados Pride versus Leeward Islands Hurricanes, that game was still going on. So I am just going to take the time out in this video to say a big shout out to especially Barbados Pride. They finished up second in this championship. They were given a target of 229 to get against the Leeward Islands Hurricanes, and they were able to do that. So we're going to take a look at the scorecard coming out of that game, and we'll also be looking at the final, how the table looks, the final point standing. So let's give a listening ear. Let me know your thoughts. Also, we're trying to be live this evening at 7:30. Yes, that's around about 6:30 Jamaica time. So if you are not busy, we will be discussing West Indies Championship. We will be discussing West Indies test team, right? All things being equal, we will be live tonight at 7:30. Just continue to follow the channel just in case there is a change. But all things being well, I am going to try and see if we can do a live at 7:30. All right. Let's just get into this scorecard right here now. So in this game, Leeward Islands in their first innings, 444 for 9 declared. Barbados Pride 315 all out. Leeward Islands, they were bowled out for 99 in the second innings. So the Barbados Pride bowlers doing pretty well in the second innings. Barbados Pride, they had a total of 229 to win, and they finished off on 233 for 7. Yeah, man, 233 for 7, getting that target there. So, congratulations once again, as I said, to Barbados Pride. They won that game, so they were able to finish second in this year's staging of the championship. Let me just go through quickly and remind you of the top performers coming out of each innings. In that innings of 444 for 9, for Leeward Islands Hurricanes, we saw Justin Graves getting 124 not out. He faced 261 balls, scoring 9 fours. He was supported by Jamar Hamilton, who scored 84 off 130. Daniel Durham had 35. We also saw Casey Carty getting 55 off 122. Now, let's take a look at the bowling for Barbados Pride. It was Jamel Warrican that did most of the damage, 7 for 111 in 38.4 overs. He was supported by Matthew Ford and Cumberbatch, who got 1 wicket apiece. All right, so that is how that first innings there with the bat went for Leeward Islands and the ball for Barbados. Barbados in that first innings batting 315 all out. They were led by Matthew Ford, who scored a masterful century, 120 off 146. Right, he was supported by Kevin Wickham, who got 74, Kyle Mayers 33. So those were the main contributors in Barbados Pride's first innings. All right, let's take a look at the bowling for Leeward Islands Hurricanes. Justin Graves, 3 for 36. Raheem Cornwall, 2 for 35. O'Shane Thomas, 2 for 86. And we also saw Spencer getting 1 for 68. Now, let's just take a look at this batting by Leeward Islands in the second innings. As I said, it wasn't strong at all, 99 all out. Casey Carty getting 37 out of that. Hayden Wash Jr., 18 not out. And Jamar Hamilton, he made 12. You understand? I think he had a concussion going on. Hayden Walsh Jr. came in for him. So those were the main contributors with the bat there. Now, let's take a look at who did the damage for Barbados Pride with the ball. Raymond Simmons picking up 6 for 27 from his 14 overs. He was supported by Cumberbatch, who got 3 for 17 from 8. Jamal Warrican 1 for 3. Well, Jamal Warrican won without giving away any runs from his 3.4 overs. So that's how it went. Now, let's just take a look at Barbados Pride chasing down that 229 to win on the final day. Their captain Craig Brathwaite giving them a very good start. He got 40 from 67, 3 fours and 1 6. Jonathan Drakes got 42 from 92. We also saw Kyle Mears getting 45 from 86, while Matthew Ford he got 26 from 63. So those were the main contributors there for the Barbados Pride as they got across the line. Raheem Cornwall, he did his best, but it wasn't enough. 3 for 32 from 14. Gore 2 for 63 from 25. We also saw Justin Graves getting 1 for 56 from his 17. So that is basically how it went in that game. So once again, big congratulations there to Barbados Pride. They finished second in this year's staging of the West Indies Championship. All right, let's just quickly give you the positions right here. So Guyana Harpy Eagles finishing atop. Obviously, all of the teams played 7 games, right? So Guyana Harpy Eagles, they won 4 and they drew 3 of their games, 126.6 points. Barbados Pride, 5 wins, 2 defeats, 121.2 points. They finished second. Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, 4 wins, 1 defeat, and 2 draws, 111 points, finishing third. Fourth, we have the Leeward Islands Hurricanes, 3 wins, 2 defeats, 2 draws, 98.5 points. Jamaica Scorpions, 3 wins, 4 defeats, 86.4 points. In 6th place, we have the Windward Island Volcanoes. 1 win, 4 defeats, and 2 draws, 62 points. 7th, we have the combined campuses and colleges, 1 win, 4 defeats, and 2 draws, 58.4 points. And finishing down the bottom of the pile, well, when I said Windward Island, at 6, it should have been West Indies Academy, right? I think I said Windward Islands Hurricanes there. That should have been West Indies Academy in 6. Combined campuses and colleges 7. And Windward Islands, they finished off at the bottom of the table. 1 win, 5 defeats, and 1 draw, right? 55 points. So that is basically how things finished off in this year's staging of the West Indies Championship. No, there are still a lot of discussions to be had as it relates to the championship on a whole, plus the latter stages of the championship. So, as I said, later on tonight, the aim is to come on at 7:30 and have a chat. Until then, big up.